Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Premier Relic looking to sweep the afternoon with a second consecutive win. In their way stands the best of the greater Cleveland area on this RBI Guardians squad. It's the Pseudo Guardians and Premier Ohio up next on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field, say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one, it's back to back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. He's the point, and it's alive, Hansen pushes it over, unbelievable. We play on, it's blocked, we're tied, unbelievable.
Once again, good afternoon from Ron Mottl Field on the campus of Tri-C West. Game 2 of our doubleheader brings us Premier Ohio Relic as they take on the RBI Guardians. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel this afternoon. This broadcast presented by Seidel's Barbershop in Medina, and your player of the game sponsor is the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. We will mention that throughout this broadcast, as we will have a lot of candidates, not only for player of the game, but also plenty of reasons to thank Seidel's for being our broadcast presenter, as at long last, we finally found them 2 games that they could sponsor. They want to do the Medina County teams. We have Brunswick and Medina represented very heavily on this Premier Relic squad, finally able to make that happen. A very good day at the office for them so far, getting a run rule win 9-1 over BHM in game number 1. That's exactly what they wanted to do. Get out of that game early and rest up for this game, which is now going to start a few minutes early. I would anticipate first pitch flying over the plate at around 12:54 p.m. on the mound. This game for Premier, it is Ethan Arcurio, the now graduate of Medina High School. He is committed to play college ball at Tiffin in Division II. One of the most talented pitchers on this Premier squad. A big amount of prospects. A lot of guys who could go to the next level. Some are, some aren't. But this guy, a big-time pitcher for the Battling Beasts, who made it to the regional final, losing to a very talented Perrysburg squad, 3-2 at Munson, split across 2 days. That was a whole controversial thing in its own right. That game starting, I believe, around 8 p.m. on, I believe, just a random Wednesday night in Canton. Should that game have started then? I don't know. Should it have been played in one go? That also I don't know. Either way, it's history, and the focus is now on the future for Arcurio and the rest of his teammates, not only the ones who are still at Medina, but also the ones who are now at new homes this upcoming year. Speaking of one of them, you have Lincoln Briggs committed to Ashland. Just found out moments ago he is no longer committed to Ashland, as Coach Stahlberg has taken him for his own at Tri-C. So this is not the last time that we will see Lincoln on the channel. We will see him again in the spring or potentially the fall during our second year of Tri-C baseball coverage. Looking to expand upon their coverage, get them a lot more games covered. Hopefully a lot of great playoff games. We got to see them in that Mid-Michigan series. It's been a joy to cover Tri-C, but a joy to know Coach Stahlberg and the rest of the guys. It's been a fun time at Ron Mottl Field. First time not in the box here. It's a nice little setup that we have. Once again, we have this angle, which is our PTZ, which has the battery, and then we flip to this one that gives you the wider scope of the diamond. Obviously, still the fence in the way, focusing past it as much as we can. Either way, not a bad little setup. Still have that field level view. We get to see what the balls and strikes truly are with a slightly offset angle of it. Not bad at all to actually be able to see the game. It is going to be the RBI Guardians listed as the away team for this contest. The home team Premier for the second straight game in a row. It is TJ Pickett, the center fielder, stepping in to get us underway for the RBI Guardians. Pickett just finished up his time as a Bruin at Padua. The last time he played his rivals of Holy Name, it was on this field. Now one of his rivals in J.R. Sastry in the lineup today as well for the RBI Guards. So you have a little bit of Parma Holy War flair in this greater Cleveland lineup. First pitch, as expected, did fly over the plate at 12:54. Now 1-1 the count as he swings and misses. Arcurio, I'm sure, going to be aggressive from the get-go against the RBI Guardians. A stronger team on paper than the BHM Buckeyes. That BHM squad had a lot of heart. If the Guardians can show that here, they have a good chance to win this game, and they are a very well-coached squad. Corey Douglas, the assistant coach over at Mount Union, he is the skipper for the RBI Guards. He has been tremendous in that role for a number of years, and if he does eventually get a head coaching role at the collegiate level, look out, his squad is going to dominate. And that could even be a thing if he stays around a Mount until Coach Hesse does retire, as Coach just finished up his 30th season as the skipper of Mount Union. And as well, Coach Relic up from here, he has some Mount Union flair, but in a different way, was a football player for the Purple Raiders back in the day, actually was teammates with the great Nick Sirianni. And as he told me, they were friends back in the day. Swing and a miss, that is out number one. Arcurio, one batter faced, one punch out. And as well, he told me he used to stay in contact with Nick, but it's a little more sparse now that Nick has made it to the big time. Doesn't want to seem overbearing in that regard, but still kind of a cool snippet there. You have two guys with Mount Union roots coaching this game after Mount Union won in the NCAA tournament in baseball for the first time in program history, as they were able to take down Grove City in the first elimination game in their region. One down as Julian Tavares, the shortstop, steps in. Tavares comes to this squad by way of North Royalton High School, where he just finished up his sophomore campaign. 1-0 down low for ball two. Premier's defense lines up like this. Arcurio on the mound, Doel behind the dish. Briggs at first, Trush at second, Smeagol at short, Litherland at third, Rosher, Wotella, and Landon Briggs from left to right in the outfield. High chopper, Litherland unable to get it cleanly on the hopper, and Tavares is in. Just a tough play to make in the infield for Litherland. It took a skyrocket off of the turf. Never was going to be an easy play, and Tavares will reach with one away. Getting somebody on the base path is a big thing for this RBI Guards squad. Coach Douglas, I would assume he will be aggressive early on in this game, trying to take a 1-0 lead early, as he knows with a lead, his squad can do a lot more damage. First pitch to Grell is in there for strike one. Carlos Grell comes to the squad by way of Garrett Morgan. And credit to Garrett Morgan over the past couple of years. They have really built a nice program over there in Cleveland. He just finished up his time there. Pass ball, and that will give second base to Tavares. And now he will take an aggressive turn at two, and he will stay put. But going back to Garrett Morgan, they began their time as a program back in 2020, or really the new era of the program. New coach came in. Every single senior was let go. They brought in pretty much a whole young group. We got to play them. They didn't field a varsity team, only a freshman squad. That was one of our 2 wins at Holy Name my freshman year. And now they're a varsity program that is above 500 yet again this past season. I believe they finished 12-9. They did take on Holy Name last year. They did get run ruled 10-0 the final, a no-hit effort combined between Frankie Germano, Nick Nemeth, and Garrett Nemec. 1-2 count on Grell, the pitch. In there for strike three, looking on the corner. It's 2 down. Arcurio, 2 putouts, both via the punch-out. 1 looking, 1 swinging. Now Owen Scanlon, the first baseman, steps in. Scanlon comes to this squad by way of St. Ed's. We got to see another talented St. Ed's player, their third baseman in Grant Lashutka on Monday. He had a tremendous Diamond League tournament and even finished off on the mound. Scanlon fouls that one just past the bullpen. 0-1 the count. Runner at second, 2 down in the top of the first inning for the RBI Guardians. And making it the comparison to the squad that plays at Progressive Field, getting runs on the board early has been a big struggle for Stephen Vogt's side. If these younger Guardians can do that early on, that gives them a good chance down the stretch, especially with their gritty play style. And you see the aggressiveness, now 0-2 the count, but still, you have guys that just finished up their sophomore year to guys who just finished high school. It's an 18U division, but you have a lot of guys coming back next year. Obviously, you do lose some key pieces after last year. You've seen some top guys in the greater Cleveland area even play for the squad, such as Adam Humanek, Daniel Tome, now the catcher of Mount Union, and Jaden Hurd, who is now in the portal after playing at Coppin State. Shot to foul. Count remains 0-2. But Daniel Tone, we will get the pleasure of seeing him again in a few weeks once we have a chance to see the WRCL T3 Warhawks. He will be their starting catcher as they are 2-0 to start the year, firmly in first place of the division. Still a 2-strike count on Scanlon with Jensen Vargo awaiting in the on-deck circle. Ground ball hit to second base. The high throw to one is in time to retire the side. Trush lollipops it in, and no damage is done. Middle of one at Ron Mottl Field. Guardians 0, Premier Ohio 0, your score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Premier looking to get the bats rolling in the bottom of the first inning. 0-0 your score on SmeeSports. The Guardians able to get a runner into scoring position as Tavares was able to beat out a throw from Litherland in the 2-hole. But otherwise, 2 strikeouts from Mercurio and a ground out retire the side. On the mound today for the RBI Guardians, it is Dylan Vargo. And doing the catching, it is Jensen Vargo. So Vargo squared is the battery. In there for strike one. It is Mottl, Hubble, and Briggs this inning for Premier. The 1-1. Fouled away 1-2. Mottl had a couple of nice plays defensively while also having a hit, I believe, in game number 1. Hubble had a very long at-bat that resulted in a RBI and a single, and Lincoln Briggs had a big hit that tied up the game in the third. Ground ball to short, throw across the diamond is in time for out number 1. Tavares, a good, strong throw across, retires the leadoff hitter. Mottl, good contact from him, just not to the right spot. A lot of ground balls so far today here at Tri-C, and given this infield is turf, a lot of predictable hops when it is just a pretty much straightforward grounder. Hubble, the DH, now steps in. Hubble finished up his senior year at Brunswick. I believe he is committed to play at Otterbein, or at least go to Otterbein after this year. In his high school season, he batted .304, 21 hits, 17 RBIs, 4 doubles, 1 triple, and 2 stolen bags for the Brunswick Blue Devils. In there for strike 2 looking. 2 good deliveries from Dylan Vargo. The now Normandy grad looking for out number 2 at the dish. The 0-2, almost in there, very close. Dylan definitely thought it nicked the corner, just couldn't get the ump's eye. Based on where we're standing right here, I would say just off the plate. The 1-2, chopped foul. Count remains 1-2. But this Premier side getting that 9-1 win earlier, full of confidence, ready to go. They did make some defensive changes, but otherwise it's the full starting 9 in the field and in the batting order from the last game. The difference is different pitcher. Last game it was Kaplinger who ended up getting the win for Premier, and he was relieved down the stretch by Brooks Relics. Ball 2 missing down low. But Coach Relic told us before the first game that he had a rotation of 4 guys in mind to pitch today. 50 pitches or less, keep them eligible to then pitch again on Sunday in the championship rounds. If Relic gets there, we will see them again. Foul ball left side. Hubble, yet another elongated at-bat. That has been his calling card, wearing down the pitcher until finally he gets something he likes. And with Lincoln Briggs in the on-deck circle, now is a good time to get on. And we will have more to say about Briggs in a moment. 2-2 count, the pitch. Down low for ball 3, and we are full. This is why you foul balls off. To get to a moment like this, full count, 1 bad pitch, and you're at first. Whether it be a bad pitch that hangs or a pitch that's out of the zone. That one hangs. It is cranked into right center field, and it is in the gap for extra bases. Hubble cruising. He will touch 2, goes to 3, and he will be in. Welp. That's what happens when you foul off a lot of pitches. Hubble finally finds one he likes. He is in with a standing triple. Wow, what a cut. Exactly what he wanted to do. What a battle by Hubble. And once again, he is rewarded big time for his troubles. Now Lincoln Briggs has a chance to put Premier on the board. With the things that we were told before the game, now he is playing at his home field. It takes off Vargo's glove on the mound. The throw to 1 is in time for out number 2. Absolutely obscure, but a great play by Vargo unintentionally. Just took the glove with him. Just a hard hit ball up the middle, and sometimes all it takes is a little bit of luck on your side to get the play. Now Litherland steps in. Had 2 RBIs in the win earlier. Runner at third, 2 down. The RBI Guardians looking for a big statement out number 3. If not, Hubble still has a chance to strike. And he would really feel hard done by if he does not come home, given how good of a hit he had. The 1-0. Fouled away by Litherland, 1-1. And that's what we talked about before that big hit earlier. He has had hard contact today. He just needs to find one that he can straighten out. That right center field gap definitely looking big. And defensively, it looks like they are still holding the line. The 1-1. Down low for ball 2. Good eye by Litherland. Caught game number 1. Definitely a good idea of the zone so far, albeit with a change behind. After Litherland, it goes to Smeagol. The 2-1. Beautiful break in there, now 2-2. Litherland looking to potentially drive one. Vargo, 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Vargo, 2-2. The pitch. Off the plate for ball 3, and we are full. A walk puts runners at the corners with 2 down. Strikeout ends the inning. After that excellent play by Vargo to get out of this inning, that would be really impressive from him. Without his glove coming off and stopping that ball, the run would have definitely scored, as it would have just been a routine ground out to second base. But that 1 split-second decision keeps the game scoreless, and that might not. It is a good pop to center field, right on a line to Pickett, and the side is retired. Just a simple catch in center, but a big one for the RBI Guardians. So close, but yet so far. It's a 1-out triple for Hubble, but no damage done. 1 complete at Ron Mottl Field. No score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Welcome back to Ron Mottl Field. Top of the second inning here in Parma. No score. Premier knocked on the door in the bottom of the first inning, but a one-out triple from Alex Hubble ended up being in vain. A great ground out to Vargo on the mound that was really just stopped by his glove coming off of his hand. Got out number 2, and then out number 3 came via a fly out to Pickett in center. For the RBI Guardians this frame, it's Jensen Vargo, J.R. Sastry, and Bias Kosha stepping in. The 1-0 in there for strike 1. And we've seen J.R. Sastry a number of times on the channel during his 2-year stint at Holy Name. We know the power that he has, but also with the wind kind of blowing out a little bit, he has a little extra boost. Bunt shown, pulled back just in time for ball 2. With the heart of your order, especially with how much power resides in the on-deck circle and in the hole, now is the time to get ducks on the pond to potentially drive in. And that is where patience is going to really be a virtue for the Guardians. The 2-1, down low and skips to the backstop for ball 3. Once again, J.R. Sastry awaits in the on-deck circle. Last inning, the Guardians able to get a one-out infield single from Tavares. That was the only damage they were able to do. Mercurio so far, 2 strikeouts today for Premier. 3-1 off the plate for ball 4. The leadoff man is aboard for J.R. Sastry. As I said moments ago, you know the power of J.R. Sastry if you've been with us for the past couple of months. He knows what he can do at the plate, and really, from the first pitch he sees to the last, his thought, see ball, hit ball. A powerful time at Holy Name as well. 2-year stint after spending the first 2 years of his high school career at St. Ignatius. You have that Ignatius winning pedigree intermixed with the success that Holy Name had this year, making it to the district final for the first time since 2013. Throwback to 1 on the money, but not in time. Good idea by Arcurio on the mound. But Sastry, I believe, in year number 2 with the RBI Guardians. At least played for them last year. Sastry showing bunt. I've never seen that happen. Throw down to 2 in time. What a chunk! Doel able to get the out at 2 for out number 1. It's a great throw, but J.R. bunting completely threw me off. I don't know in his time at Holy Name if he was ever even told to in practice to attempt laying down a bunt. It may have just been a decoy. You see it. Doel got him in time. What a chuck for out number 1. And that will clear the bases. But J.R. Sastry now pretty much told, swing away. Mercurio gets some help from his defense in a big way. Ground ball hit to second base. Scooped up, the throw to 1 is in time for out number 2. In unorthodox fashion, it's 2 up, 2 down. But still, what a throw by Dowell behind the dish, right on the money, gets the excellent tag. The Premier defense doing a great job this game, and overall, they may not have scored yet. They're looking like the better team, but still, that can change in an instant. Biascocha now steps in. Fouling that one away, 0-1 the count. But Alberto Biascocha just completed his senior year at Lutheran West. Not to be confused with Lincoln West, which has a lot of representatives on this RBI Guardians squad. A lot of Lincoln West, Rhodes, Maple Heights. A lot of the close cities to Cleveland represented. And that's really what this team is for. It gets the greater Cleveland area together to build a very good squad. The RBI movement, a great one over the country. I believe Pittsburgh has a big presence of it. It's a great thing that the MLB and these organizations have done. We saw it with the Padres scout team on Sunday. You get to play in these MLB jerseys. It kind of makes the game feel a lot more fun and a little bit different. The 0-2 off the plate for ball 1. Some of these guys getting ready to go and play at the next level. Others looking to make it to varsity next year. And some guys just looking for one final summer of baseball before they head to the rest of their lives. 1-2 down low for ball 2. And that is the boiling pot that you kind of have in 18U. You have those 3 results. Some guys playing up looking to make that next jump. Some guys already committed to make that next jump. And some guys just out there to have fun. That's what it boils down to, those 3 categories for the most part. The 2-2. Fouled away. Kind of hung over the plate there from Mercurio. Not really in a dangerous spot, but still one that would have been a strike if not offered at. After Biascocha, it would go to Jorge Martinez, the second baseman. 2-2 count. The pitch. Strike 3 on the top right corner to retire the side. Arcurio perfectly dots up that corner. Punch out number 3 of the game. And once again, in unorthodox fashion, the Guardians go in order. Dowell, a big chuck down to 2, ruins the momentum the RBI Guardians once had. Middle of 2 at Mottl Field. No score on SmeeSports. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Bottom of the second inning here at Mottl Field. No score quite yet. Premier came close in the bottom of the first inning. The Guardians have had a base runner in each of the 2 innings so far, but no damage done yet by either side. Looking like a lower scoring affair, kind of what we expect from this game, given the talent level on both of these rosters. And that is the beauty of summer ball, especially at this level. You can have these really good teams. They don't need to all be guys committed to go play D1 at Vandy. You can have guys who are just going out there to have fun, and they might be some of the best players, if not the best players on a respective roster. This frame, it's Smeagol, Rosher, and Dowell, the 5, 6, and 7 holes for Premier. The pitch pops up and out of play. But Premier has that one big hit from Hubble, that triple in the right center field gap. This time around, you kind of can see Grell in right playing a little bit more over just in case a ball is pieced there again. That pitch bouncing in. I believe the count now full 3-2. But it's Dylan Vargo on the mound. You have Jensen Vargo behind the dish, trying to find the first name there as Smeagol will walk. At first base, it's Scanlon. Second base, Martinez. Short, Tavares. Third, Zabala. Hillsman, Pickett, and Grell from left to right in the outfield sets the defense for the RBI Guardians. I thought it was Jensen. I didn't want to misspeak, but trying to find that on the roster that quickly with two Vargos. Kind of a needle in a haystack situation, and you can even say two needles in one haystack there. First pitch to Rosher hits the zone for strike one. Tomorrow, as of right now, we are scheduled to be at John Carroll, 8:30 and 10:45 first pitches. Two good games tomorrow as the Cleveland Whitecaps take on Ohio City Baseball Club, and then they have the BHM Buckeyes backing them up against the Cleveland Baseball Federation. That should be a fun battle, kind of like the Guardians. Two compilations of the best of the greater Cleveland area. 0-1 count, another throwback to one, not on time. Still a good idea by Vargo on the mound, trying to keep these runners honest. Rosher just taking his time in the box. He ended up being the go-ahead run in the last game, as that from that point forward didn't change. Popped up into shallow left, called off by the shortstop for out number one, Tavares. A good arranging effort. Not an easy pop-up by any means to catch over in the outfield, but as I said, just good range by Tavares, able to backpedal enough to get underneath it, and from there he was able to make the play. Now it is Zach Doel stepping in. His big thing today was that put out at second base, a great caught-stealing effort from behind the dish. Fouls that one into the backstop for strike one. After Doel, it goes to Landon Briggs, then Gavin Trush. And then Premier would begin their second go-around. One strike count. Vargo taking his time, sets, and deals. Lobbed in, swing and a miss, 0-2. Vargo does a great job to take a load off of that pitch. Doel unable to time it up. With one on, moving the runner along would be the main goal right now of Premier outside of bringing him in. A lot of time being used by Vargo on the mound. The 0-2 lobbed in once again. This could be trouble up the gut. They get the lead runner. The throw to one is in time for out number three, and the side is retired. A good old-fashioned 4-6 double-3 silences the Premier offense. Beautiful work up the middle over at second base. Martinez, a good scoop over to Tavares, and a good stretch by Scanlon over at first confirms out number three. But watch it back here. You see that shovel then over at one, just in time with that pick. Both defenses putting in the heavy lifting so far. End of two in Parma. No score on the SmeeSports YouTube channel.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours.
Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Welcome back to Ron Mottl Field on the campus of Tri-C West. Beautiful day for baseball so far. Still a hot one nonetheless. No score quite yet. The Guardians looking to try again at the sixth with their 8, 9, and 10 hitters set to swing this inning. First pitch down low for ball one. And you can hear for really the first time today the RBI Guardian dugout starting to get into this game. That was really the big turning point for Premier when their dugout got into the contest against the BHM Buckeyes. All it takes is that extra energy and that extra push from the rest of the peanut gallery, and that could really bring some good results to this squad. Ball two down low, and you can kind of see Arcurio give a smile amid the quote-unquote jeers from his left. 2-0 count, the pitch. In there for strike one. Good response on the 2-0 by Arcurio. Not necessarily opposed to this adversity that has fueled him time and time again this season over at Medina. The 2-1. Unable to connect, misses off the plate for ball three. In the on-deck circle, it is Angel Hilsman. 3-1 hitters count, no necessary pressure. And that's why it is ball four. The ball gets by, and he is going to take his trot down to first. Coach Douglas, I think, would have preferred a sprint down the line than the trot. But either way, the leadoff man is aboard once again for the RBI Guardians via the free pass. Now it's Hilsman stepping in. But if you are Premier right now, just getting out of this inning is the first priority. But you don't want to overcomplicate this situation. Leadoff man's on. Obviously not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. You can definitely work out of this. The pitch. Down low for ball one. And in comparison with roster sizes, the RBI Guardians, a whole army in comparison to really the militia of Premier. The pitch. Off the plate for ball two. Arcurio just trying to relocate the zone. Two-0 count, runner at first, nobody out. Beautiful, hits the inside corner for strike one. Second 2-0 count with a strike following it up. That has been a good rhythm for Arcurio in this frame. Still plenty of work to do to get out of it, but it has worked. This time he gets strike two after strike one. A good response by Arcurio. 2-2 counts on Hilsman. Angel looking to drive this one, the 2-2, and he will drive it right up the middle. 2 on now, nobody out after that single. Hit number 2 of the day for the RBI Guardians. Good bit of hitting by Hilsman. Now it is Zabala stepping in. Zabala will be a senior this upcoming year at Garrett Morgan. Once again, Garrett Morgan, just a tremendous job building that program to what it is now. From really nothing to a contender in the greater Cleveland area they want to be. 12-9 this past year. They have a chance to one-up it again next year. And given the talent that they have, I think that they could potentially become a challenger in the Cleveland City area. I don't know if they are necessarily playing conference schedule yet, but once they do, they will most likely be joining the Senate Conference. Down low, ball one. But as I mentioned before, you have Rhodes, Lincoln West, a lot of those Cleveland schools represented on this squad. A lot of talents that usually don't get much coverage, but still a chance in this tournament to show off what they can do. And it speaks volumes that a couple of those guys got the nod today over some bigger school players. 2-1 count on Zabala. Mercurio takes a quick look and deals. On the corner for strike two. Try to get out of the way of that one, but in the end, that slight break back at the end helps the framing of Doel, and he is able to stick it on the corner. Out number one at the plate would be big for Premier in this inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Ground ball hit down the third base side. They get the lead runner, and that's all. It will be a fielder's choice. Good heads-up play by Litherland over at third to apply the tag for out number one. In that situation, getting the lead runner was the main priority of the Premier defense. They get the job done. Good heads-up tag, good solid tag. We did see one a couple of days ago just using the ball without the glove, and the ball got knocked out, and the runner was safe. So you use the glove, you kind of throw away the back 2 runners. Same situation, you're just 1 out richer. Pickett, a good crank into right field, and it will drop in for a single. That will load up the bases, still 1 down. And strike first. Good bit of hitting by Tavares to put that one in play. All he had to do, just another high chopper, kind of like the last one. This time, no play anywhere else with the bases loaded. The bases remain loaded, but the Guardians on the board first. Keep in mind, this is their first game of the tournament. To get a win here would be big for the rest of the way. First pitch in there for strike one. And as well, with the coaching of Coach Corey Douglas over at third base, and as he is the head skipper, they have that edge up on the competition. A collegiate coach coaching at this level, one of the best, if not the best coach in this tournament. As well, the know-how, I believe, of going to a Division I program in Akron a little while ago, then coming back to Mount Union to coach with Coach Hesse once again. Learning under Coach Hesse has really made Coach Douglas a great coach and well-respected even at this level in this area, despite coaching an hour and 20 minutes away. That one will go foul, and I kind of think it hit off of his foot first. Just an awkward high chopper. Eventually, Premier convened, but I think everybody thought that was going to take a foul bounce, and in the end, it did. But now a 1-2 count on Grell, who struck out looking in his lone plate appearance so far. After Grell, it goes to Scanlon. Either way, the Guardians getting what they want out of this frame, a lead. And it's strike 3, looking again on the outside corner, this time for out number 2. Punch out number 4 on the day for Ethan Arcurio. Perfectly hits that corner. A tough spot to pull the trigger on. If anywhere, it's going to second base. A double play ball, most likely. One that you kind of have to attack, but in that case, Grell doesn't offer. 2 down, base is still loaded, and Scanlon will try and bring on some of the runners. First pitch taken for strike 1 on the corner. Arcurio, after allowing that 1 run, starting to settle back in, starting to find his rhythm once again. Their offense will have to get to work in the bottom of the third to take back the 1 run they surrendered. Ground ball right side, and it will break foul. 0-2 the count. And I wouldn't be surprised to see some aggression by the Guardians on the base path, especially if the ball is put into the outfield. Obviously, if it's not in play, they're not going to really do anything unless it is a passed ball. But if it's put into the outfield, maybe a bit more shallow than you're used to sending a runner, they might, just to see what you can do. This will be the time to do it. At that point, if a run scores already up by 2, you might. The 0-2. Down low for ball 1, and in the box, a good job by Scanlon to tell the runners to hold up. Outside of obviously being a hitter, one of the other rules that a batter will take, especially with a runner at third, is telling them when to take home and when to stay put. A part of the game that is glanced over very often. The 1-2 off the plate for ball 2. Briggs, Trush, then top for Premier in the bottom of the third. Arcurio looking for punch shot number 5 to retire the side, and he will get it. It is a drop third, and the force at home will officially retire the side. Still a strikeout for Arcurio, but a more difficult method taken to get there. Nonetheless, the RBI Guardians are on the board first via an error at short. They're unable to come home and score. Middle of 3 at Mottl Field. It's the Guardians up early on Premier. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. The RBI Guardians strike first in Game 2 of our doubleheader. An infield error results in a run scoring, just kind of a bobble ball over at short. Nonetheless, it is the visitors on the scoreboard getting the first run of the game. Premier now looking for a response in the bottom of the third inning. Landon Briggs, Gavin Trush, and Nick Woteta set to swing. The pitch, swing and a miss, now 0-2. But you have this talented Premier squad down again. They are really showing good resilience early on in this tournament. The 0-2 down low for ball 1. But just like in game number 1, the run that is scored has come as a byproduct of errors in the infield. If they're to make a deep tournament run, cleaning up those errors is the main priority. Beautiful pitch by Vargo as he is able to hit the corner for out number 1, getting Briggs looking. First punch out of the day recorded by Dylan on the mound. Gavin Trush now steps in, the second baseman in the 9-hole. 2 big hits in the last game en route to earning Player of the Game honors presented by CrossFit Strongsville. This time out, the Player of the Game is presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. Another good off-speed from Vargo. 0-1 the count on Trush. But Trush looking to be patient, waiting for his pitch in the box. He has had a good eye with that today. Ground ball left side, a good pick at third. Throw across is in plenty of time. 2 up, 2 down. Zabala, a good, strong throw across the diamond, retires Trush and brings us back to the top of the order with Wotala. Wotala grounded out to short in his lone plate appearance thus far. For the Guardians in the top of the 4th, it is Jensen Vargo, J.R. Sastry, and Alberto Baez Kosha set to swing. But this is when Premier's offense got rolling in the last game. It's tough to compare these two contests. Obviously, the Guardians on paper a better squad, but still a lot of talent intermixed on the Buckeyes team that we will see again tomorrow as they take on the Cleveland Baseball Federation. But back to the Guardians, a big reason why they're up right now is not only their pitching, but also just their resilience and their chemistry. Their dugout has been louder. There's been a lot more talking with them. Premier just looking for a spark, and usually it takes that spark to get them talking. And that is something late into this tournament that could come back to bite them with a lot of talented 18U squads in this competition. The 1-1. Down low for ball 2. And it'll be interesting to see which 18U squads are here. Some other big tournaments going on this week. A lot of Ohio split between them, but I think we're going to have a great day on Sunday nonetheless, which is the tournament championships. Upstairs for ball 3. And it was really obscure on Monday for the Diamond League Championships. All 3 games ended in run rules in the championship round. 3-1 count. The pitch. Pops up, going into right field, now in foul territory. Trackable, and it will finally die right in front of the bullpen. Just a tough one there. Into no man's land in that corner. Nobody able to track it down, and we will try again. Now a full count. But 2 down in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Guardians looking to get another 1-2-3 inning. Vargo, 1 strikeout. It came to begin this inning. The payoff pitch, not quite. It appears time called as Vargo began his stride. And it looks like he will reach. A little bit of confusion there all the way around. Either way, I guess it's going to be scored as a walk. Now Hubble will step back in. A very good first at-bat of the day. Drew a lot of extra pitches. Finally found one he liked. Had that big triple in the right center field gap. If he can do that again, Premier would be able to tie up the game. Instead, he chops it up the middle, and the force is made at second to retire the side. Tavares does a good job staying low on the baseball and stepping on the bag at 2. End of 3 in Parma. The RBI Guardians take a 1-0 lead in the top of the frame and hold it in the bottom. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Nolan Frank now in the game on the mound for Premier. After this year, he will be heading on off to Shawnee State. That is at least the party line that we were told heading into this game. Obviously, with some coaching changes around the grounds, a lot can happen. I believe Heidelberg has a coaching change, still the controversial one that we have been exploring over the past 24 to 48 hours. The decision by Lake Erie to not bring in their interim coach, it has costed them pretty much their whole entire recruiting class for this upcoming year, plus 20 returners. Definitely a big developing situation over there, especially given the fact that a lot of that roster is built off of Notre Dame College when they close. So we will look at that situation more in our college coverage, but still a lot of changes happening around this time for commits. 0-1 grounded too short, almost in the hole, kept in the infield, but there is no possible play at first. To even keep that ball in the infield, Smeagol had to do everything and then some. But once again, for the RBI Guardians, the leadoff man is aboard. And now is J.R. Sastry coming in, looking to extend the lead. 1-0 the score, the Guardians taking that lead back in the top of the third. But Premier, their defense, looking for a big statement. Throwback to one, not in time. Definitely a close play over there, just not enough behind it. But our Curios Day will end 3 innings pitched, 1 run allowed. If it's earned, I would say yes, and then 5 strikeouts. Runner goes high up and in, and the runner will easily take to second. That time, a little bit more time for Vargo to work with on the bases, and that puts run number 2 in scoring position. We did see J.R. Sastry at least fake a bunt in his last at-bats. We could see him try it again here. That pitch upstairs, it will bounce back, and that will give third base to Vargo. Sastry's job that much easier. But as of right now, it looks like we will have a full 7 innings. But that also depends on how this one goes down the stretch. We thought we were going to in the first game, but Premier's offense coming to life derailed that quick. The pitch down low. And in the meantime, Sastry tells the runner to hold up. 3-0 count on JR, no pressure to swing. It is Bias Kosha awaiting in the on-deck circle for the Guardians. But the RBI Guardians playing the right way so far in this contest, going station to station, and that has given them this 1-0 lead. The 3-0 down low for ball 4, and that will put runners at the corners, still nobody out. A good start to this inning for the Guardians. Their goal, put on as many runs as possible here. Upon looking at the run rule, it's 10 runs after 4, 8 after 5. It was the 8 after 5 that gave Premier their win in game number 1. And if the Guardians can swing the bats here in the top of the 4th, just keep moving station to station, they have a chance to at least chip away at that deficit to get there, if not reach it. Beautiful break onto the corner for strike 1. But his coach is trying to duck out of the way, and that is the danger of the breaking ball. Pass the ball past the pitcher. And no damage done on the base path. Almost a scare defensively for Premier. The throw was there, just kind of escaped the pitcher, Frank. Just a tough frame so far for Premier. 0-1 count. Kelly sets and deals. This time it's behind. This time the runner will go, and this time he is in safe. 2-0 now your score. The Guardians do a great job reading the down angle. And as well on the wild pitch, that will move Sastry into scoring position. So Kocha now has a chance to bring in run number 3. But the Guardians getting that insurance no matter what happens throughout the rest of this frame. That is big for them. They needed that slight barrier. We've seen Premier's offense explode for some big innings today. It can definitely happen again here. This is where you really prepare for that to happen. And if it doesn't, great, you have a big lead. The 1-1. Fouled away, 1-2. But kind of the magic numbers for these teams in pool play, 3-1. That's what we saw at Kent State last week. Among those 14 teams, it was the 6 3-1 sides that made it to the final day in the championship brackets. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Frank checks and deals. Down low for ball 2. After Kocha, it goes to Martinez, Hillsman, and Zabala. Kocha currently in the 7th slot for the Guardians. 2-2 count, still runner at second base. The pitch, down low for ball 3. And we are full. Depending on how aggressive Coach Douglas wants to be on the bases, Sastry could have a runner come in for him if this is a walk. Sastry, not the most speed, but definitely if he needs to get from point A to point B, he can in plenty enough time. The payoff pitch, down low for ball 4, and that will put 2 on, still nobody out. Second free pass in a row this inning. And that'll bring up Jorge Martinez, the second baseman. Jorge Martinez, we mentioned Lincoln West earlier. He just graduated from there a few weeks ago. But top of the 4th inning, 2 on. 1 run has already scored this frame with no outs to show. This is really when the Guardians can make their case for being maybe the most dominant team in this competition. Obviously still early. Obviously a lot of scores from around the grounds to look at before saying one team is going to be the best or one team is favored to win it all. But from a starting standpoint, this is what you want to see from the RBI Guardians. And last game was what you wanted to see from Premier. Off the plate for ball 2. And once again, just as it was last game, when Premier's bench/dugout got into the game, that is when it really changed, and that appears to be the case again here. Frank sets the 2-0. Pops up. It looks like it's playable on that right side, and it will die. It is fair. The runner at 2 will be retired for out number 1. A tough fielder's choice, but it just kind of died in there, and that'll put him at the corners. Pretty much a simple routine play that brings the runner to 3rd. That's what it looks like, at least on paper. But obviously a few extracurriculars in the outfield could have been a base hit, but a good relay into second. Now Hillsman, the left fielder, steps in 1 for 1 with a single in this contest. Still 3 more games here today at Tri-C. This will be our last broadcast of the day, then 2 more tomorrow before we have all 5 games on Sunday. Hillsman takes strike 1. But the RBI Guardians showing a lot of promise in this game. A lot of good plays so far. A lot of heads-up base running all the way around. They have been the better team in this game, but there is still some time for Premier to change that. Bunch shown, the 0-1. Pops up, and it will die on the track behind. And it looks like somebody from the Guardians dugout is going to go and cut off the catcher going for that one. So now a 2-strike count on Hillsman. For Premier in the next inning, it is Lincoln Briggs, Aiden Litherland, and Braden Smeagol set to swing. That's the 3, 4, and 5 slots. Frank takes his time and deals. Pops up, going into right field, a chance for the runner to tag. Caught for out number 2, Sastry. He will scamper on home. The play, not in time. Sastry is in. It is a sac fly. Make it 3-0 Guardians. Good bit of hitting by Hellsman to fly out to right field. Gave Sastry plenty enough time to get in. It's a good jump off of the bag by JR. And most importantly, yet another run scores for the Guardians. 2 runs so far this inning have crossed. Now Zabala steps in. But this is exactly them executing the game plan. They wanted to be solid from start to finish, both with fundamentals and obviously in response to whatever Premier gives them. And they have been the better team. They have gone through some adversity, but they have stayed true to the basics of the game. And that has put them on top of Premier at about the halfway point of the contest. 0-1 count on Zabala. Frank taking a lot of extra time on the mound. Throwback to 1, not in time. Usually when you see that long of a pause, the batter will step out. This time just stands on in. And it appears behind us some of the players in the next game are making their way to the field, getting ready to go. Runner goes, the 0-1. It is cranked into left field. It's a 2-out single for Zabala. Plenty of power behind that cut. Catches a good barrel. And just like that, the bases are replenished by the RBI Guardians offense. Now back to the top we go with Pickett. Pickett 1 for 2 on the day. Has a single and a strikeout swinging to his name. If the runs continue to score for the Guardians, it'll be interesting to see if Premier does make any more calls to their bullpen. The pitch popped into right field. It might fall, and it is in no man's land and down. They will send the runner home. The relay is not in time, and it is behind. Run 4 is home. Now run number 5 is, and into third is Pickett. 2 for 3, gets the RBI and causes the chaos. The Guardians scoring like the boys on Ontario and Carnegie. What a sequence. Pickett shows off the wheels as well, getting all the way to third. That is the issue of throwing the ball around the park. Everybody able to take advantage. 5-zip guards. Now Julian Tavares steps in again. 1 for 2 on the day. He reached last time due to an error that brought home the opening run. Run number 6, 90 feet away. You reload the bases. You bring those guys in. This is pure greatness from the Guardians in this contest. And once again, it starts at the skipper, Corey Douglas. He has been tremendous with his coaching today, and it shows. It's another good pop. It is down in the gap in left center. It's an RBI single for Tavares. 2 for 3 on the day. He has reached all 3 times, and the hit parade simply continues. I'll tell you what, we have a potential new favorite in this competition. The RBI Guardians on cruise control, barrel after barrel, big hit after big hit, high IQ play after high IQ play. They have been a joy to watch in this contest. Still 2 outs, but they have put together a nice 5-run rally. Grell 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts, steps back in. Once again, 3, 4, and 5. Briggs, Litherland, and Smeagol set to swing for Premier in the bottom of the inning. The pitch. In there for strike 1. Once again, the run rules 10 runs after 4, 8 runs after 5. The Guardians knocking on the door of the 8 runs after 5. They still have another frame to force that upon Premier. Runner goes, the pitch, ground ball left side, cut off by Litherland. The throw across the diamond is in time, and the side is retired. Good, strong throw across by Aiden Litherland, and the damage will end there. The Guardians plate 5 in the top of the 4th inning. It's all RBI Guardians. 6-0 your score. This is the 965 Midwest Challenge on the SmeeSports YouTube channel, presented by Seidel's Barbershop. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Welcome back to Ron Mottl Field on the campus of Tri-C West. Bottom of the 4th inning, Premier finding themselves in a 6-0 hole in this contest. The RBI Guardians doing a great job going station to station on the bases. A lot of powerful swings, a lot of powerful hits, and overall, a very successful game for them. Lincoln Briggs chops that one foul, now 0-2 the count. Once again, Lincoln will be joining the Tops next year, going from guards ball to Tops ball. Now, which one was the original? You have to ask around, and if you do, you'll get a lot of differing answers. The 0-2. Upstage for ball 1. Around these parts, as Coach Stahlberg says, Tops ball is the first one, and we will agree that is the way to be. Tops ball, always a great place to be, and always a great day to watch some good Tops baseball. Obviously, still a little ways away from seeing them again, as they just finished their long season about a month ago. But next year should be another fun year here at Ron Mottl Field. The 2-2, Briggs fouls that one away down the right side. And just overall a beautiful campus here at Tri-C. Nice press box, good turf infield. You still have the dirt behind that goes all the way out to the warning track. Grass outfield that holds water very well. Just a very good diamond altogether. 2-2, Briggs, a good piece. A lot of power into right center field. It is a leadoff single for Lincoln Briggs. Another bolsterous hit from number 32. He has had a lot of power behind his swing today, and it continues into the bottom of the 4th. We will watch back the swing here. Just good barrel and a good drive. A missile off of the bat. Now Aiden Litherland steps back in. A fly out to center field was his fate in his lone plate appearance so far. Could potentially see a bunt here if Premier wants to play small ball. Instead, he stands up, takes ball 1 down low. I kind of think Premier is going to be more aggressive in comparison to the Guardians. The Guardians, I don't think will lay down a bunt, but I think they will show it at least a few more times if needed. Keep in mind, if it stays like this heading into the 5th, they need 2 runs to force a run rule spot for Premier. Pop up in right, it will fall in foul territory, 1-1 the count. And kind of where that one went, I wouldn't have been surprised to see Briggs tag up if it was caught. Obviously, it's shallow. That's the tough part about it. But to stop the momentum going back, to turn around, plant your feet, throw to 2 on a line in time, that would take a lot with so many potential question marks in there. We won't know the answer of if he would have tagged or not. but definitely an interesting debate to have in speculation land. 1-1 count on Litherland. Takes ball to down low, runner will go, he might have him, the throw down on the money, and there's the tag for out number 1. Jensen Vargo, an excellent chuck, able to retire Briggs. Briggs thought that ball was by, and you saw that tag from Martinez, absolutely beautiful. Not only does he block the ball, but that bounce off the shoe of Litherland really helps him out, and that might be the difference. 2-1 count, bases cleared. Now 3-1 on Litherland. In the on-deck circle, it is Braden Smeegle. But Litherland looking to reach, whether it be via the free pass or via a hit. Ground ball left side, a great pick at third. The throw is in time for out number 2. Zabala, what a snag. The Guardians nicely flashing the leather here in the bottom of the 4th. They have really picked things up in this frame. A lot of good charges, a lot of good plays all the way around. I mentioned it a little bit earlier. The Guardians have been able to win games based on their fundamentals, and that is what they are using today, and that is what has given them this 6-0 advantage. And that's a special team bond that they have. They're able to come together from all corners of Cleveland. Some teams winning 5 games, some teams losing 5 games that are represented, but they all come together and play some really good high-level baseball. Now I wouldn't be surprised to see them again on Sunday. Same with this Premier Relic squad. They could win the next 2 and make it to Sunday. We will see. The 1-1 swing and a miss, now 1-2. But for now, it's all speculation. You could say so-and-so is going to make it, or so-and-so is going to be what seed, but keep in mind last week we saw OEB Ackerman go from 1-6 with 1 loss as they won their other games by 1 run apiece. 1-2 down low for ball 2. And that team was really hurt by just the simple fact that their core plays for University School, who is still in the tournament. Tomorrow afternoon, I believe, they play Wampakoneta. That game at Canal Park at 1 p.m. The 2-2. Hit right side, a high popper in foul territory, and it will get out of play. Scanlon unable to get there, and even if he was, no play to make. For RBI Guardians baseball in the top of the 5th, it's Scanlon, Vargo, and Sastry, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters set to step into the batter's box. It'll be interesting to see if we see Nolan Frank for another inning or if he will be taken out of the contest. We were told Premier had a total of 4 pitches they wanted to throw today, keeping them all under 50, and that is number 4. The 2-2. Down low and skipping behind for ball 3, and we are full. But once again, very interesting to look at this coaching battle, both with Mount Union DNA, Coach Douglas, Mount Union baseball DNA, Coach Relic, Mount Union, and Nick Sirianni football DNA. The payoff pitch, just upstairs for ball 4. A very close one there. Smeegle gets the benefit of the doubt, and he will walk for the 2nd time in game number 2. Rosher now will step in. Definitely some power in his swing, and definitely a guy who could move Smeegle along the bases. But with 2 down, the task will be tall. Ground ball, and it is through. The task might not be as tall as first expected. Good bit of hitting by Rosher, just able to split 1st and 2nd. All of a sudden, 2 on, 2 down. And it goes to Zach Dowell. Dowell does have that excellent throw out at 2nd in this contest. Now the question is, can he do it at the sticks? Last time he was in, it was a 4-6-3 double play that he grounded into. But this game just a little over an hour in. Started a titch early, so maybe an hour 15, hour 20. But still, almost 4 innings down. The Guardians, with still some baseball left to go today, want to get this one done in 5, just like Premier did in the first game. And as well, if you want to stay up to date on all of the action in the tournament, either go to the 965 Midwest Challenge website or download the Exposure app and go find the Midwest Challenge on the app. There you can see all of the results and the schedule for the rest of the tournament. That's a great way to keep up on all the happenings around the area. You don't have to scour Twitter. You don't have to stalk Game Changer. You don't have to do any of the above. You can simply just do your thing, check the app every now and then, get your standings updates, and go from there. Doel looking to put Premier on the board. First pitch just a bit up and in. Almost hits Doel in the head, but a good job evading it for ball one. Once again, 2 games tomorrow at John Carroll in the 17U division. The Cleveland Whitecaps have the Ohio City Baseball Club at 8:30. Then at 10:45, it's the BHM Buckeyes taking on the Cleveland Baseball Federation. Ground ball hit between third and short. They get the force at third to retire the side. That's an excellent play to make in the hole by Tavares. Heads up play as well. He knows there's that force at third. Usually you plant throw across the diamond, but once again, that comes down to the great coaching of this RBI Guardians squad. That's a high IQ play. That's a fundamentally sound play, and it's a play that gets the Guardians out of the inning. No damage done by Premier. End of 4 at around Mottl Field. The Guardians need to potentially induce the run rule after 5. This is the 2025 Midwest Challenge on SmeeSports, presented by Seidel's Barbershop in partnership with the 965 Midwest Challenge. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Is the heart of the order stepping in for the third time today for the RBI Guardians. Scanlon, Vargo, and Sastry hitting in the top of the 5th inning. 6-0 your score through 4. Once again, the run rule now that could be in play is 8 runs after 5. The Guardians up by 6. They need 2 runs to get there, and then they need to blank Premier one final time, and this one would be over a little bit earlier. I believe the next game has an expected start time of 3:15. I will double check on that one to confirm. We will not be here for that game or the following 2 to end today. As does appear, yes, 3:15 is the next time slot after this one. The Guardians looking to get a little bit of time off in anticipation for that game. I think all that would do is just speed up the process to get every game in. Obviously, you don't want to have to be here too long. You want to get your games in, then go home, rest up for tomorrow. And that for strike 2. But Scanlon so far today 0 for 2. And it appears Frank starting to find his mojo on the mound. 2 strikes to begin the frame. The question is, can he keep this up just out of this small sample size into a larger one, meaning this inning and beyond? He most likely will be the final pitcher that Premier throws on the mound in this contest. The 0-2 off the plate for ball 1. And the hope once again is to have a lot of these guys come back on Sunday for the championship round. Assuming Premier Relic is a wild card team, that would mean they would have to play a potential 3 games on Sunday. The 1-2, down low for ball 2. Scanlon next year looking to break into the St. Ed's starting lineup. There are some moving pieces after this coming year, but a lot of talent in that infield already. Luca Reyes and Langston Lucas, both in his class. The 2-2. Off the plate and behind for ball 3, and we are full. As I said, it was a good start, but the question is, could he do it across a longer sample size? In the on-deck circle, it is Jensen Vargo. And in Vargo, so far this game, a walk and a base hit with a stolen bag added on. The payoff pitch, it is low for ball 4, and the leadoff man is aboard with a reverse 4-pitch walk. Was 0-2, worked it full, and then the 4th pitch after the second strike was able to reach. Good patience in the box by Scanlon. Didn't get too antsy, did his job, and now he is on with the run rule inducing run in Jensen Vargo stepping in. Once again, that's the goal of the Guardians. Get out of here in as few of innings played as possible. And right now that appears to be 5. First pitch in there for strike 1. Frank has done a good job early on in these at-bats to get these strikes. It's just when he gets that second strike, he starts to lose command of the zone. If he can bring that back in, get his command back, he definitely has a chance to get out of this inning with no damage done. The 0-1 left in a dangerous spot, pops up left side, has a chance to die, but instead, Rosher underneath it has it for out number 1. Routine flyout for the Guardians now brings up J.R. Sastry. Sastry, a ground-out victim and a walk to his name in the game. Once again, J.R. Sastry, somebody that we've seen over the years with Holy Name, a big power hitter. Once again, split time between St. Ignatius and Holy Name. 2 years at Iggy and 2 years at HN. Runner goes, the pitch. In there for strike 1. The throw down to 2 is not in time. Good idea by Scanlon, able to take off and is in safely. That gives Sastry a better chance to do some damage. Right now, I'm sure he's just being told, put the ball in the outfield if you can. If it's not a pitch you like, you hold off. Base runners definitely help out the cause of Premier right now. The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. And as expected, Sastry, plenty of aggression from the get-go. After Sastry goes to Biaskosha. Runner on second, 1 down, 0-2 on Sastry. Frank sets and deals, breaks in, fouled down the line by JR. Good survival swing. Not the pitch he was necessarily looking for in retrospect, but initially it did look good. Hanging over the plate, did the right thing, pull the trigger, and he will see another 0-2. Once again, 0-2 count on Sastry. The pitch. Fouled away again, this time right side. Sastry battling well in the batter's box. And I believe JR, one of the guys on this team, calling it quits after this year for baseball, could come in as a guest player potentially, but I believe he is going to be done at least at the highly competitive level after this summer. Still 0-2. Frank sets, checks, fires, fouled away by Sastry, and it will get away from the first baseman, Briggs. Just too much carry over in the end. Kind of a slower top of the 5th inning. More pauses in between each pitch. Kind of what you would expect here, just a more methodical sequence. Especially with a lot on the line for Premier. 0-2 count. Frank checks again and fires. Sastry this time unable to connect. It's out number 2. Frank's first punch out of the afternoon as well. Good pitch up there, just kind of left hanging. Sastry unable to time it up, and now that will bring in Biascotia. Biascosia 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout looking, and on top of that, he has reached via the free pass. For Premier in the bottom of the inning, it is Briggs, Trush, and Mottl set to swing. Frank looking to get out of the inning with no damage done. Ground ball hit over towards short. It's a good snag. The throw to one is bobbled, not in time. An excellent play in the hole by Smeagol, able to keep it in the infield. First off, the throw, just not enough behind it. Briggs did all he could, but that will put runners at the corners, still 2 down, and that will bring up Jorge Martinez. Martinez has walked and reached via the fielder's choice today. The run rule inducing run is at first for the Guardians. That is still in the back of their mind, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a steal here. I would assume that is the move for the RBI Guardians. Runner goes, it's upstairs, and that will put him in scoring position. Indifference behind the dish. So now all of a sudden a base knock induces the run rule if Premier can't score in the bottom of the inning. And if you are the RBI Guardians, you have to be pleased with how this game has gone. You force across that run early in the game, then you have that big inning with 5 runs scoring in the top of the 4th, and now a chance for more. Down low for ball 2. Or even a chance to load up the bases for Angel Hillsman. And given their depth, this could be a team, once again, that has a chance to win based on that depth alone. Here's the 2-0. Down low for ball 3. And you can hear from here Coach Douglas giving his approval to Martinez. Definitely likes that patient approach. And with one more ball, the bases would be loaded. The 3-0. In there for strike 1. Good response on the mound by Frank. And as expected, no action in the Premier bullpen. I would assume they will just go with Frank down the stretch. The 3-1. Off the plate for ball 4, and the bases are now loaded. Not the first time today the Guardians have loaded up the bases, and now Hillsman will step in. And very impressive from the Guardians. No changes quite yet. They have just stayed par for the course. They have gone with what has worked, and that is what puts them here. Still same as the last at-bat. Base hit most likely puts the run rule inducing run at home, and I think if it's close, they're going to try and force it and send that runner. First pitch in there for strike 1. Beautiful break by Frank. That breaking ball in the inside corner has been dangerous. If one gets away from him, however, it will be a hard 90, make it 7-0. But for the time being, Frank has a good grasp on that inside corner. The 0-1. Swing, and it is tipped foul. Now 0-2. I think everybody else on the diamond thought it got by, but in the end, that slight tip keeps run number 7 at third. And you saw the aggressiveness of the RBI Guardians. They were going to send that runner if it was passed, which is the right decision to make that throw on a slide. It's tough to do. I've had to make that play before in the past. One of the most difficult ones that you could have to make as a catcher. 0-2, the pitch. Upstairs for ball 1. And once again, Coach Douglas liking that take. And really, he has run this squad like a college program, and that has made them this good. 1-2 the count. Frank, 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Hangs it over inside corner, once again hits, and the side is retired. Strikeout number 2 on the day from Nolan Frank, and he gets out of a sticky situation. The bases are loaded with 2 down, but nobody able to come home. The bases stranded loaded, middle of 5 here at Ron Mottl Field. RBI Guardians 6, Premier Ohio 0. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Dylan Vargo still cruising on the mound for the RBI Guardians. 1 strikeout to his name in this game. A whole lot of contact ball defensively, and it has worked out so far for the Guards as they lead this one 6-0 against the Premier Ohio 18U squad, Relic. First pitch upstairs for ball 1. It's Landon Briggs, Gavin Trush, and Nick Mottl set to swing this inning in the 8, 9, and 1 slots respectively. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Once again, the unique thing about this game for the Guardians, it is the Vargo brothers as the battery. Dylan on the mound, Jensen behind the dish. The 1-1. In there for strike 2. And younger bro helps out big bro with a big frame. And that is the extra added layer of a catcher. You can make plays like that, bring the ball just over the plate, and get your desired call. The 1-2 pops up, and it will go out of play. Once again, tomorrow, 2 games on the docket starting at 8:30 at John Carroll, as we will have the Cleveland Whitecaps take on the Ohio City Baseball Club. Then at 10:45, it is going to be the CBF taking on the BHM Buckeyes. Ground ball through between first and second, and the leadoff man is aboard for Premier. The fans liking that hit from Landon Briggs. A big one for the Premier offense in need of some runs in this frame. They don't need the runs to keep the game going, but they need it if they want to mount a comeback in this contest. This is where the comeback has to start for Premier. They have 9 outs to work with, 6 runs to make up at least. It has to start here. Now Trush will step in. First pitch down low for ball 1. And depending on how this inning goes, this could spell the end of Vargo's outing on the bump. But right now, I think he will remain in the game, at least for the time being. The 1-0. Ground ball hit to third, but bobbled, and the third baseman will slip. Throw to 1 is wayward, and Premier is given a big gift. That'll put a runner at first and third. Still nobody out. A tough play to make over at third. A costly miscue. We go back to the top of the order. Premier potentially on the cusp of a big offensive breakthrough. Could have been a double play ball defensively for the Guardians. But in the end, run number 1, 90 feet away. Run number 2 as well on the base path just at first. Mottl so far today, 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk to his name in this one. A chance for Premier to score for the first time in game number 2. Ball 1 taken down low. In the on-deck circle, it is Hubble, then followed by Lincoln Briggs in the hole. 1-0 the count. The pitch. Down low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to begin this at bat. if the bases do load for Hubble, obviously that's not the guy you want to have up with the bases loaded. But you could have that double play ball up the middle, or you could cut off the run at home, keep the bases loaded, and do it again. Ground ball hit to short. They will sacrifice the run at home. And they do call the runner at second base out for out number 1. But as I said, the run does score. The fielder's choice brings run number 1 in for Premier. They are on the board in game number 2. And as you saw, the ball did go away from the second baseman. They say it was on the transfer that the ball was dropped, so the out will still stand. Now Alex Hubble steps back in, has that big triple to his name in this contest. And time called before the first offering. Hubble, along with Vargo, know how that first battle went with all of the foul balls. It is going to take a lot for one side to get a convincing victory in this sequence. First pitch in there for strike 1. And now for the Guardians next inning, they need 3 runs, to force the run rule at the end of the inning. But right now, this one looks destined for 7. Ball 1 taken up and out. And if Premier can score a couple of runs here, they have a chance to tie this game up at some point. Obviously, that's a far cry away from now, but still a chance depending on how they play their cards. Inside for ball 2. 2-1 count with Lincoln Briggs awaiting in the on-deck circle. For the Guardians in the next inning, it is Zabala, Pickett, and Tavares set to hit. The 2-1 hit down the left field line, but foul. Now 2-2. Outside of pitching, neither team has made any substitutions that we have noticed in this contest. The Guardians obviously a lot more room to work with in comparison to Premier. The 2-2 hit down the left field line, but foul. A good poke down that way, just couldn't keep it fair. Count will remain 2-2 on Hubble. Vargo looking for strikeout number 2 on the day. He deals. Ground ball up the middle. 6, takes it himself. 2-3, that's the double play, and the side retired. Great response defensively by the RBI Guardians, and the inning is over. Tavares takes it himself, gets it over 2-1. No more questions asked, but still the opening run of the game for Premier does score. Good base running all the way around. A fielder's choice from Nick Mottl sets the stage for that run to score, and that is all the damage Premier was able to muster up in the 5th. We head to the 6th inning at Ron Mottl Field. The RBI Guardians up 6-1 on Premier. This is the 2025 Midwest Challenge on SmeeSports, presented by Seidel's Barbershop in partnership with the 965 Midwest Challenge. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. As Noel throws down, we begin the top of the 6th inning at Ron Mottl Field. Game 2 of our doubleheader sees the RBI Guardians up 6-1 on Premier, Ohio. For those just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you, live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. 2 games again tomorrow, 8:30 and 10:45 start times at John Carroll. It is the Cleveland Whitecaps and the Ohio City Baseball Club in the first slot, and in the second, it is the BHM Buckeyes and the Cleveland Baseball Federation. Stay up to date on all the games that we are covering by following SmeeSports on Instagram and Twitter, and as well subscribing here to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enabling the notification bell. That way you never miss an upload or a live stream of ours. The 1-2 misses down low for ball 2. It's Zabala then top for the Guardians in the 6th, which means Zabala then Pickett and Tavares. With a 5-run lead, the Guardians looking to find some insurance after allowing 1 run in the bottom of the 5th. Popped up right side by Zabala, and it will die. Briggs unable to track it down. 2-1 the count. But from top to bottom, this RBI Guardians offense has been tremendous. A lot of big hits, a lot of big plays, and overall, a lot of great hustle from them. That has been their calling card. And once again, talking about their head coach and Corey Douglas, one of the best in the business. And you see how he runs this team. It's like a college squad, and they're playing definitely on par with that talent label. 2-1 missing down low for ball 3. And you hear the encouragement on every single pitch. Coach Douglas over at third, not taking any pitches off, gives his approval, gives advice on every pitch. That's what you love to see down that line at third. Especially if you are a hitter in need of a vote of confidence, you have it down the line. The 3-1, down low for ball 4. There's the good tag from Coach Douglas, and the leadoff man is aboard. And it looks like we are going to have a pinch runner for Zabala. First real change of the game made by the Guardians. Do not have an ID on the runner as of now, but we will look to get a number in the next couple of moments. Back to the top for the 4th go-around, we go with TJ Pickett. Pickett 2 singles and a strikeout to his name in the game. Throw back to 1, not in time. Just a good idea on the mound by Frank. Trying to keep the runner honest. We have seen a lot of stolen bags today by the Guardians. 1 throwout from Doel, but you don't want him to have to do more than he has to. Beautiful bunt down the left side, but it's going to break foul very early on. 0-1. The right amount of power from Pickett, but not in the right spot. And you see this Cleveland Guardians RBI squad. They're not afraid to play small ball. They're not afraid to go deep into the bag to try and get the desired result. But it is an 0-1 count on Frank. Or for Frank against Pickett. Another throwback. Very close this time. Just not in enough time. Definitely a big lead over at first on that throwback. And you really cannot blame the Guardians. Just trying to bait and overthrow. The 0-1. Well upstairs, evening up the count. And it appears Pickett is going to be more reserved with his approach, not taking a bunting stance this time. And a lot of it depends on the situation and what the Guardians' offense wants to accomplish. 1-1 count. Runner goes, the pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. The throw down is wide left, not in time. 1-2 count, still nobody out. Pickett now has a runner in scoring position to work with. And that's why Frank kept throwing back, to first. He wanted to make sure the runner didn't have too much of a jump. That time he did in the throw, just a little bit off to the side. But a 1-2 count on Pickett. The pitch. Swing and a miss. There's out number 1. Strikeout number 3 on the day by Nolan Frank. Nolan Frank just finished up his senior year at Medina, once again committed to play at Shawnee State. But Medina had a great season, ending in the regional final at the hands of Perrysburg. And speaking of the regional final, those who won the regional final, they will begin the Final Four today. I believe about an hour and a half ago, first pitch was thrown at Canal Park for one of the state Final Fours. Popped right side into no man's land, and it will fall. 0-1 the count. Even if it was caught, you would have seen that tag up at second. After Tavares, it goes to Grell and Scanlon. The question is, if Premier can hold the offense of the Guardians, does their offense have enough left in them to mount that comeback? They've been able to get runners on. They've been able to move them along, but only one has scored today. Frank taking his time. Time called before the 0-1. And really for the first time today, we get a slight gust of wind. Haven't really seen that pick up all too much today. The 0-1 inside, 1-1. Once again, as well, on Sunday, we will be back on the air with the championship round of this age group. It'll be the 18Us. Wild cards first, then the semifinals and the championship game at around 5:30. All games at Schoonover Stadium at Kent State. Ground ball hit up the middle, too short. Scooped up in the hole. Throw across is in time for out number 2, retiring Tavares. But that will put the runner at third now. Sacrifice the out to move the runner along. That was the approach that the Guardians wanted when their leadoff man reached. Now Grell has the task of bringing him in. Keeping the lead intact and just keep working towards a potential win. That is the task at hand right now for the Guardians. And this is their last chance to induce the run rule. They would need a lot to go their way to make that happen. Still in need of 3 runs. Pitch from Frank off the plate for ball 1. The next game scheduled to start at 3:15. Not looking like we are going to reach that. And at the same time, the time limit could end this game in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch sails back, and that will be run number 7. Now a 2-0 count, and a good job by the runner at third to read that ball perfectly. Bases cleared, but a chance to put another one on. 7-1 now the score. The run that was lost has been restored. Six-run game, 7-1 the score. The Guardians on top. Still in need of 2 more runs to potentially enforce that run rule. The 2-0. In there for strike 1. In the bottom of the inning for Premier, it is Briggs, Litherland, and Smeagol. The 2-1. Pops up on the infield, and it will end up going out of play behind us. Count now 2-2. A lot of different metal things to hit here at Tri-C. You have the press box off to our right, the bathrooms behind. You have a small set of stands off to our right, a little bit more in front. There's a lot of different spots that ball could end up landing. The 2-2. Breaks in. Good take by Grell, and we are full. Definitely wanted to unleash, but in the end does the right thing. Premier's defense not completely out of the woods yet. 3-2 the count on Grell. The payoff pitch. Upstairs for ball 4, and he will reach via the free pass. Good patience by Carlos Grell in the box, and now Scanlon steps in. And it looks like we will have another pinch runner or potentially a pinch hitter. We will see what happens, and it will be a pinch runner. Trying to get a look on, I believe it's either 12 or 13. Didn't get a good enough look from this angle. One of those two, it appears, is now in running for the Guardians. But still 2 down. They need 2 runs to put Premier up to their final 3 outs. Otherwise, Premier has a total of 6 to work with. But an interesting top of the 6th inning for Premier. The job not done yet. That'll be ball 1. Good take in the box. And with the wind picking up, especially for the later games, we will see how much of a role that plays in deciding those contests. Frank coming set, the 1-0. Just a bit inside for ball 2. A good ranging pitch. A good amount of movement, yes, but too much in the end. In the on-deck circle after Scanlon, it goes to Vargo. Scanlon looking to do some damage still for the Guardians. Popped up right side. It has a chance to get down almost in the infield, but the play is made. Almost a tough one there, but good communication in the end. Finally wins the day, and the side is retired. 1 run will score in the top of the 6th inning for the Guardians. 7-1 your score. Middle of 6 in Parma. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Welcome back to Ron Mottl Field. Bottom of the 6th inning in Game 2 of our doubleheader. 7-1 the score with the RBI Guardians on top and in control against Premier Ohio. For those just joining us, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. And it will be an immediate hard 90 for Briggs to begin the bottom of the 6th. Just grazes off of his hand into the catcher's glove. The leadoff man is aboard for Litherland. I believe this game started at around 12:51, maybe 12:54. If the time limit's 2 hours, we're about to reach it. If it's 2:15, we should be able to play the 7th. If not, this could be it for Premier's offense. We will see once the inning's over. First pitch inside for ball 1. I believe overall throughout the tournament, it is 2 hours and 15 minutes. It was partially abbreviated depending on weather at some places this past weekend, so we will see. The 1-0, down low, good block, now 2-0. And that could also play a factor into the decision to make the call to the bullpen for the Guardians or not. If that can just drill some time off of that time limit, that might be a worthwhile transaction. the 2-0. Upstairs for ball 3. In the on-deck circle after Litherland, it is Braden Smeagol. But a chance to have the first 2 reach for Premier. Fargo taking plenty of time on the mound. No time called yet. The 3-0 in there for strike 1. Good response by Dylan Vargo on the mound. Still only that 1 strikeout, and it was looking on Landon Briggs back in the 3rd. Otherwise, he has been living and dying by contact ball. The 3-1 pops up right side, playable on the infield towards the dugout, and it will be tossed into the dugout. Just in and out of the glove. Scanlon does a good job to attempt to track it down, but just too much pop in the end, and we are full. 3-2 count on Litherland. With a win, Premier improves to 2-0 with a loss 1-1 in tournament play. Keep in mind, this is this Premier squad's first tournaments of the season. And time called in the box by Aiden. But right now the task is get this one closer. Start chipping away slowly but surely with still a total of 6 outs to work with. Fargo takes his time. The payoff pitch. Ground ball up the gut. This could be 2. They get the lead runner and the trail. An excellent double play up the gut. Turned by the Guardians. 2 down. Beautifully done. Beautifully done all the way around up the gut and at first base. You see that hard hit ground ball. Everybody just knows what to do. Everybody clicks at a moment's notice. 4-6, and there's 3 on your screen. Beautiful. Excellently done by the Guardians, and they are 1 out away from getting out of this inning. A tough start for Vargo to the frame, but now on paper it's 2 up, 2 down, and there's strike 1. The wind definitely picking up a little bit more as this game progresses, kind of as expected. Vargo sets the 0-1. Going to miss inside, ball 1. And the top of the 7th for the Guardians, it is Vargo, Sastry, and Bayashosha. Those 3 looking to put the finishing touches on the offensive end of the game. Popped into shallow right field, and it will be caught over by the second baseman to retire the side. On paper, they go in order, but Premier gets doubled up in the middle. Great defense all the way around by the Guardians. End of 6, 7-1 your score on SmeeSports. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Upon further review, the time limit being 2 hours, it just got hit by 1 minute. I believe 1 to 2 minutes just over the time limit, and that ends the game. 7-1, the Guardians get the win. We will still finish our commercial break, then be back on to announce our player of the game, presented by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina, or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. 7-1 your final score in Game 2 of our doubleheader. This one ends via the time limit. Just over 2 hours played. No time to start the final inning of play. The Guardians get their 6-run win over Premier. 1-0 to open up this tournament. Your player of the game, presented by the Health ECU Chiropractic Center, belongs to none other than the starting pitcher, Dylan Vargo. An excellent performance, allowing only 1 run, 1 strikeout. Obviously, the offense did well today, but it was a great effort across the board. No real one big standout in the group. You gave it to the starting pitcher. He set the tempo from the first pitch to the last one. Shout out as well to the middle infield. A lot of great plays. Guys like Tavares getting dirty in the middle. Martinez, Scallon over at first base. Zabala over at third. Everybody played their part for this RBI Guardians squad, and they showed why they have the potential to make a deep run in this tournament. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest2024 on Twitter. As well, subscribe to the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. Our goal is to hit 4,000 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. So if you are new, go down below and subscribe. It costs nothing and greatly helps out our efforts here at SmeeSports. As well, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact me at one of those avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to the Health ECU Chiropractic Center, CrossFit Strongsville, Ledgewood Barbershop, and Seidel's Barbershop for sponsoring today's broadcast. Ledgewood Barbershop presented game number 1. Seidel's presented this broadcast. Player of the game for game number 1 was from CrossFit Strongsville, and game number 2's player of the game, which is Dylan Vargo, was presented by the Health ECU Chiropractic Center. But that'll do it from Ron Mottl Field. The Guardians get their big 7-1 win against Premier, Ohio. I've been Nathan Smee saying so long from Parma, and we will see you next time. This has been the 2025 Midwest Challenge on SmeeSports, presented by Seidel's Barbershop in partnership with the 965 Midwest Challenge.